Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I'm giving my ranking of the Spider-Man villains, and I am basically doing only the main villains in films. And yes, if they have multiple adaptations, I am putting them in different placements. So before I give you my ranking of the Spider-Man villains in film, feel free to share your ranking of the Spider-Man villains down below in the comments, and let's begin. Coming in last place is going to be the Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, really, what is there to say about Rhino that hasn't already been said? He only had a few minutes of screen time, and he had absolutely no characterization. Now, coming in number 16 is Eddie Brock / Venom in Spider-Man 3. I mean, yeah, he was just so bland and lackluster. I mean, technically, yes, he had some characterization, but overall, he was just very bland. Now, coming in number 15 is Green Goblin in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which, I mean, he did kill Gwen Stacy, so for that reason alone, I'm going to put him above the other two. But, I mean, the idea that he didn't really just become Green Goblin until the end of the film to set up the final battle, and his motivations, for me, it just completely fell flat, and his character design was also really terrible. Now, coming in at number 14 is Scorpion in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and he appeared in a post-credit scene in Homecoming. I won't really say much about him in Brand New Day, but other than that, I mean, he served his purpose for the screen time he had, but he wasn't really anything special. Number 13, Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and also in Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, in No Way Home, he didn't really do much. In The Amazing Spider-Man 1, I mean, I liked him more as Dr. Curtis Connors, but, I mean, as Lizard, I mean, the design was pretty bland. And while he wasn't a terrible villain, he wasn't anything special either. Number 12, The Spot, which I think The Spot has potential to move quite a bit higher once we see Beyond the Spider-Verse, but as it is, I mean, he wasn't a bad villain in Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, his villain arc is honestly very reminiscent of Jack Nicholson, Joker, and Batman 89. And, I mean, he was a good villain in Across the Spider-Verse, but I do feel like there is a lot more to be developed at this spot. Now, coming in number 11 is the new Goblin, a.k.a. Harry Osborn, in Spider-Man 3, which I was a bit disappointed on how they handled him in Spider-Man 3, but I think, like, the build-up to him becoming the new Green Goblin after his father died, I think it was built up really well. Now, while I feel like he wasn't Green Goblin for very long, I do think his arc was very good, and him sacrificing himself to save Peter was actually very emotionally satisfying. Now, coming in at number 10 is Dr. Olivia Octavius in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, who, I mean, was a good villain. I mean, she was definitely very smart, and, I mean, she definitely served her purpose for the plot of the film. And, I mean, while I think she was a good villain, she didn't really stand out to me the way the other ones did, but she was definitely a lot better than the other ones. Now, coming in at number 9 is Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, I will not say much about Jean Grey, other than that, in X-Men The Last Stand and Dark Phoenix, I hated how they did Jean Grey. In this film, I mostly liked how they did Jean Grey. I didn't adore how they did Jean Grey, but for the most part, I was very satisfied on how they were able to handle. I thought her arc was good, and overall, I thought she was a good villain. Now, coming in at number 8 is the Prowler in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, yeah, learning Uncle Aaron was the Prowler was absolutely heartbreaking. However, him basically dying, showing mercy to his nephew was absolutely a gut punch. And yeah, Mahershala Ali is a great actor. And yeah, overall, Prowler was a really good villain. Number 7, I'm going to go with Kingpin, who, was also, played by a very good actor in Liev Schreiber, who also played Sabretooth in X-Men Origins of Wolverine, which X-Men Origins of Wolverine is a really bad movie. But Liev Schreiber was one of the best parts of that film. But yes, as Kingpin in an actual good movie, Liev Schreiber did a really good job as Kingpin. And I think Kingpin's backstory is absolutely heartbreaking. And yeah, he was a really good villain. Number 6 is Sandman, which, say what you will about Spider-Man 3, but I think Sandman was the best part of Spider-Man 3. I think Sandman is a legit good villain. And Sandman also had some screen time in Spider-Man No Way Home, but for me, he was way more memorable in Spider-Man 3. And yeah, I think his arc was really good. And, them retconning him being the killer of Uncle Ben, I actually do think worked a lot for Peter's arc. And I don't hate that they retconned Uncle Ben's death. because it does still set up the themes of forgiveness and redemption. And yeah, and the scene where Sandman becomes Sandman was absolutely a gut punch. But yeah, I do think Sandman was a really good villain. Now, coming in at number 5 is Electro, which, if I'm just going by No Way Home, he'd probably be a spot or two higher. But obviously, even though I didn't hate him in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, like, I mostly liked him in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He follows the same generic villain plot that I'm not usually a big fan of the nerd plot line of being a big fan of the hero and looking up to them, and when things go wrong, you have to kill the hero. I don't think that's necessarily the most interesting villain plot line. And, Electro, I also feel like was underused in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, even though he did a good job. Jamie Foxx is a great actor, and he always does a good job. But yes, in Spider-Man No Way Home, I feel like he really had his chance to shine. And yeah, Jamie Foxx also just did a great job. Number 4 is the Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming. The scene where you find out he's Liz's dad, it gave me goosebumps. And I think Michael Keaton did a great job. He also obviously played Batman in the Tim Burton films and also recently in The Flash. And I really think Michael Keaton's resurgence over the last decade has honestly been great. And, Vulture was a really good villain. Someone who wasn't trying to blow up the entire city, but someone who feels cheated on and wants to try to provide for his family. I think his motivations do work. And overall, I do think Vulture was a really good villain. Now, coming in at number 3 is Dr. Octopus, who, was played brilliantly by Alfred Molina in Spider-Man 2 and in No Way Home. In No Way Home, he's more of an anti-hero. In Spider-Man 2, you see him as the mentor to Peter Parker, and then when things go wrong and an experiment gone wrong took his wife's life, you see him, definitely go into madness. But I also think his redemption arc at the end was beautiful. So yeah, overall, Dr. Octopus was a great villain. Number 2, I'm going to go with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, who was just absolutely a menacing villain and played brilliantly by Willem Dafoe. And in the first Spider-Man, you really just see how he got cheated on by his own company and how he definitely wants revenge. And then in No Way Home, he killed Aunt May, which, was definitely very heartbreaking. But yes, overall, Willem Dafoe did a great job as playing Green Goblin in the Spider-Man films, and he is easily my second favorite Spider-Man villain. But for me, coming in at number 1 is Mysterio. I always thought Mysterio was the best villain ever since I saw Spider-Man Far From Home. But after he revealed Spider-Man's identity, and we really see how it affected Peter in No Way Home, for me, it's really hard not to put him at number 1. Like, I really think the events of No Way Home would not be as impactful without Mysterio. And yet, Mysterio was just an amazing villain. Jake Gyllenhaal did an amazing job. And overall, yeah, I do think Mysterio is the best Spider-Man villain. Now, thanks for watching. Feel free to share your ranking of the Spider-Man villains down below in the comments. And this is day 108 of my 200-day posting streak goal. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.